Hello, hello, hello. Okay, so I am diving in on this YouTube video making adventure. My kind of goal is I would like to do craft along with me, like live videos. But I have to have a minimum of 50 subscribers to be able to go live. And to get subscribers, I need to make videos. So here we go. I am learning as we go. Welcome. It's Curiously Michelle. I like crafty things. Also have a strong crafty ADHD, so I kind of jump around the different things I like to learn about. The past couple of years have been mostly paper crafts. I do a lot of ATC trading and Happy Mail trading, and I've been doing journals, junk journals, or just journals. Like I do sometimes purchase digitals. So today's video is going to be sharing a couple of journals I have started. All of them I have finished. I finished for like a specific event or something, so they've been traded away. These are, well, I guess 2 of them might be finished, sort of. Anyway, so focus. So I'm going to show these journals that I have on my shelf, and I think I'm going to go smallest to biggest. So first up is this little circus themed envelope journal. I don't know if it's really called a journal. I don't know, I'm still learning all the actual terms. It is a little tiny thing. It is like, I think somewhere around 3.5 by 3.5. Let's see, 3.5. Yeah, right about that. It is 1, 2, 3. It's 3 envelopes that I folded in half. I did just a 2 little hole kind of little stitch tie thing there. This is from Digitals, several different ones. It might have been nice of me to write those down. Maybe next time. So there's a little belly band. Here's a little flippy. A little pocket. A little pocket there. Here's a pocket. A couple little pieces. This was a black and white image, and I embossed his little red nose. This is a tag, but it's glued down. It doesn't move. Here's a little corner pocket. This is a flippy with a little mini writing space. Which reminds me, if you did want this to be more of a writing journal, these are envelopes. So if you cut the tiniest little sliver off the edges, that would be a pocket, and you could write and stuff it in the little pocket. Some little tags in this little pocket. The side pocket. This is a little tiny envelope that I put little tiny goodies in. I don't know, this day I was just in tiny mood. A circus card I got in Happy Mail. And so that's my little tiny envelope circus book. I'll put them all back in there. So next, this one is not finished, except for the covers. I wanted to try, so there are some ladies that do all these like super layered covers or like canvases, and like I got really interested in those for a little while, so I wanted to try to do that, where they do all these layers with doodads. And I obviously need more practice, but you know, this was my first go at that. I'm mostly proud of it. And then I also seen, I think they're called concertina journals, but they're like never-ending flippy flaps. So like nothing in here is decorated yet. I wanted to try to find a nice poem to put like a line per page and then kind of decorate based on the poem. I haven't came across one that really like speaks to me yet. I guess I'm a bit of a like intuitive crafter. Like I get inspired by something and then I get excited about it and be like, oh yes, that. And that's also, I guess, part of the reason I have trouble finishing things is because I get excited about it and like, oh yes, that. And then, you know, the next thing I get excited about and I move on. Yeah. Okay, so there's that one. This one is kind of like an Asian-ish themed. My husband found an old, like 1982 or 83 wall hanging calendar of this right here, and I thought it looked like those sushi rolling mats. So I'm like, oh, I want to make a journal cover out of that. So that's where this started, was with this repurposing this wall calendar. And this is probably the third iteration of the cover because I keep not loving it. I got this little envelope in Happy Mail. I got this fan in Happy Mail. There's a lot of I was about to say digitals, but they're not digitals like that I bought and printed. It's like a paper pack. I got this Happy Kitty in Happy Mail, and it went perfect in here. This journal's not done. I work on it every once in a while when I see something that excites me and I'm like, oh, that needs to go in my journal. And like this, but I haven't done anything with it yet. So this was the paper pad. Stamperia, I think, is which one it is. And then I also, this is a digital that I printed. Some coffee dyed paper, that's a digital. So it's basically a NECA journal. This was a napkin that I put on a paper. Here's a belly band. That's a digital. These are not digitals. It came in some kind of paper pack. This is the Stamperia paper. Another belly band. This is 2 signatures that I did the elastic binding in. I think I need to, this is the first one I've ever done this way. So I think I needed to tie this a little tighter, and I'll go in one day. I was gonna wait until I had put more stuff in it to see how it filled up, and then this came in Happy Mail. This page was from like a medicine bottle. My acupuncturist suggested some cream for muscle aches and stuff, and then this was on the packaging when I bought that cream, and I thought it was neat. I have no idea what it says. And this was a napkin. Alright, so that's the kind of Asian-ish themed one. This is one of the first, it might have been 3rd or 4th, but this is definitely one of my early creating a binding from scratch, or a cover from scratch things. And this, it's very textured. I don't know if you can tell in the video. I made homemade texture paste, and then I drew like little roses in it with the end of my paintbrush. And it's like a chipboard, cardboard, recycled. This is just a piece of jeans that I cut up. This is handmade paper. This one's not like all the way full, but I have started decorating it with mostly stuff from Happy Mail. So someone, sent me this piece in a Happy Mail. That's just a little sticker. Oh, now I remember. I started this journal. For my birthday one year, I bought myself a subscription box where they send you little crafty stuff in a box every month. So I was gonna make you know, a couple journal pages from the stuff in the box every month. I only got 3 months, so I didn't choose to continue it. So this was the first month. It was a scroll themed that came, so I made a couple pages there. And this was a card that came in there, and there's some handmade paper on the back to make like a journaling card. Now I remember. There's a pocket, a flip, and a pocket. I don't know if that's on screen. Okay, there we go. This was the packaging in the subscription box. Like, the goodies came in packaging, so this was one of the packagings. And this was too. So I turned it into a tag that I haven't decorated yet. I haven't actually touched this journal in a while. It's just been sitting up on my shelf, and now I'm like remembering as I'm looking through it. This came on like an envelope that someone sent me a Happy Mail. I don't know what it is, but it's exciting to me to open my mailbox and have crafty goodies in it. It just is. I just really enjoy Happy Mails. This is probably my first like little envelope I ever made. And I needed to work. I need more practice on this little closure. I was just trying to stick it under there. Someone sent me this Rolodex art card. One year I got really excited about Rolodex art because, again, my husband found an old Rolodex out in the garage and asked if there was something I could do with it. And I'm like, yeah. So I covered it, decorated it. Maybe I'll do a video on that one day. But I haven't made a whole lot of Rolodex cards. So I was trying to do a couple swaps, and this one didn't fit because the antique, I guess it's antique or vintage, I don't know. I don't know how to determine how those words apply to things. This older Rolodex is smaller, like 2 1/4 inch cards. Here's a belly band. Someone sent me this envelope. I stuffed it in there. Here is, is this a pocket? It's a pocket. There's a pocket. Someone sent me that. Hooray for Happy Mail. I used to trade with her a lot. She kind of disappeared. I hope she's doing all right. Here's like an ocean-y themed one. This one is 2 signatures, and they are sewn in with the 3-hole pan-post stitch. It's some digitals and some just like messy painted paper or jelly prints. This is coffee dyed and just inked edges. Lee Mickles sent me this little, sent me this little postcard in 2022. She drew it, and then I add some little book page words to it. And I think this is, that's a pocket with nothing in it. This I put together. Hooray for Happy Mail. She had sent me this. It was not the flower part. The drawing was on the envelope that she sent me. So I was like, ooh, I want to do a page with that. She had put these little stars, so I added a couple more stars. It's from a magazine. Like, it just had some, and then this was from scrapbook paper. I cut those out. I think they're cherry blossoms. They at least look like cherry blossoms, so I thought that went. That's a little paper. Oh, someone mailed me this pocket, and I glued it in here, and the tag. Got that in a Happy Mail. I added the words in this little cluster thing. Someone mailed me this little card, and then a separate person mailed me this little cluster. Someone else mailed me this little. Ooh, who sent it? Cynthia. Thank you, Cynthia. Someone sent me, I think, the painty paper. Like, I glued the painty paper down. Someone else sent me this little doodle flower. I glued it down and I put some words on it. This is just some paper probably got it in a Happy Meal because I can't think of what I would have purchased to have that in there. Okay, so I need to work on that one. And I thought I was only working on 2 Happy Meal journals at the moment, but I need to put this one in the rotation because I forgot about it. And then the one that is the most finished. I started this one, and my goal, there was someone in mind for their birthday, and for me to finish projects, and I don't often finish projects, but for me to finish them, like, I need a goal in like a clear direction. So this was started with someone in mind that I know they like purple, and their birthday was a month away, and that was 2 or 3 years ago. So I'm late. I'm very late, you know. And at some point when I was late, then I was like, well, can't give it to her now. Maybe I'll give it to her next year for her birthday. And yeah, here we are. I have a pretty purple dragonfly journal. It is a book cover that I took apart and redid the spine. And these are printables. These are die cuts with a lot of embossing, like heat embossing. Here's our inside pocket. Today is a good day for a good day. Embossing. There's a lot of embossing all through. I really like the holographic embossing powder. I'm probably on my 3rd jar by now. There's a little cluster, some die cut flowers. There's digitals in here. Linda Israel and Calico Collage, I think. I might have a little paper in here that tells me. And then some painty papers. This is further along in my journal making journey, and I started to remember that, you know, it's important to keep up with where the digitals come from. So I have been keeping like the little slips. If they put their information on their printable sheet, then I try to keep the little slip and put it in somewhere. So I think it might be in here somewhere. Am I in? Okay, there we go. So ledger paper, here's a little flip journal space. I try to leave a lot of journal writing space in here. Personally, I don't tend to write in journals. I like, you know, creating them and decorating them. I don't think I've nearly never like picked one up and just started journaling in it. But this was intended as a gift for someone I thought might enjoy having a journaling space. So there's lots of stuff in it, but then there's also lots of blank pages. And I tried to keep this stuff flat-ish so that it wouldn't impede too much on the ability to write in it. So, and then like the stuff in it too is also more places to write. So like there's a ton of writing space in this journal. 3-hole pamphlet stitch, 2 signatures. Very purple, gold, and dragonfly-ish themed. This envelope. So the printables like this with the purple flowers, that's the Linda Israel printable. This is someone else's, and I'm sorry, I don't remember who. I started this journal probably 3 years ago, probably. This was just scrapbook paper, and I didn't get it done by her birthday, and then I was going to give it to her the next year on her birthday, and then I just gave up. Pocket there. There's a pocket up here with a little dragonfly and a little doodads and whatchamacallits. Here's a nice envelope. I think that this is eco dyed papers from Artie Mays. I'm learning. I will get better at remembering. I bought purple lace printable papers. I don't remember from who, but like I have the file. This was made from one of the packagings from the craft box I mentioned before. And I need to make a tag to go there. But this one is the most finished, and I need a tag there. And this little die cut embellishment cluster thing. Just sprinkled ink pages. Oh, this was a thing I tried to get fancy with. This is probably the most fancy thing I've ever tried to make. And I don't really know how successful I was. So the base was like an envelope that a gift card came in. So it did have these 4 foldy out things, and then I tried to, you know, cover it in painty papers and put, you know, something to find in there. And this little closure, I went around and around and around trying to figure out how to do this. Not just this particular closure, but like a couple different options. And yeah, this was part of the reason it was late. It never arrived. I know, I'm terrible. Sorry. And then the back cover with a pocket and a little pocket. So that's my little flip throughs of my journals that I have on hand. Thanks for hanging out. Thanks for your patience as I'm learning. And video 1 is done. Yay. Thanks, you guys. So like I said, I'm learning, so I'm going to be trying to upload some videos in my learning process, because for me, I guess the best way to learn is just to do it and figure it out as I go. And the goal, my goals change. So currently the goal is that I'm trying to get to 50 subscribers so that I can do live craft along with me's. Have you guys ever heard of like body doubling? Like, it's, for some people it's easier to do things and get things accomplished if someone is doing it with them. It's body doubling. So that's kind of like what I see the live craft along with me's as being, is, you know, just hanging out, body doubling, making pretty things. So, okay, enough rambling for this video. Thanks. Have a wonderful day.